Welcome everyone to the call. I see Curacao is in the house. New York, West Palm, Guyana, Canada, South Florida, Michigan. Big up yourself, Dr. Shanita. Trinidad, British Virgin Islands, New Orleans, Gary and Andrea, UK. What's going on? H-Town is in the building. What's up, Tariq? Maryland, Oakland, Nigeria, New York, Las Vegas, New York, Grenada in the house. Love it. UK, South Trinidad. Big up yourself, Elizabeth. Guyana, Dominican Republic. Good. Lovely. Guys, while we're doing this, make sure you are inviting your team on this call. All right? You got your global visionary diamond serving you this morning. All right? Or today. So make sure you promote well, leverage this call well. Right? Roland Island, Guyana, Tampa. That's what I'm talking about. Nigeria is in the house. Guys, continue to send out those reminders. Just about 60 seconds again. We're going to give everyone some time to get on the call. Okay? Give them some time to get on the call. All right, let me know if you haven't told me where you're calling in from. Make sure that you do that today and do it right now, okay? Do it right now so I can shout you out. Charlotte, North Carolina, what's going on? Champion Breaking Machine, oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. Vegas, Rajesh Prasad, Double Diamond in the building, that's what I'm talking about. Los Angeles, Tampa, Canada, Nigel and Alicia. What's going on? Claxton Bay, big up yourself, Roberto. Memphis, Tennessee. South Carolina. Trinidad is in full effect, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, 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 wow. Well, welcome everyone to today's Get Started call. We are going to be doing this particular call, a Get Started call. I believe it's going to be once a month right now for the entire organization. Could you guys hear me okay? Because I have some competition, which is the rain right now. So just let me know if you guys are hearing me perfect. All right, dynamite. Good deal. Yeah, so we're going to be doing this call once a month. And I'm really elated to kick off our Get Started call. This is a part of the system of Envision You. Somebody type system in the chat. Type system in the chat. This is a part of the system of this incredible company. And I remember coming up in the industry, how vitally important this particular call was for myself and the individuals that were in my team, right? And you know what I used to do on these calls, I would always take inventory of who in my team is plugged in. Does that make sense? Who within my organization is plugged in? So I would take inventory. I would ask who was on the call. I ask them questions. Why? Because I want to pay attention to the people that are truly plugged into the system. The people that are plugged into the system, they would be around in the business much longer than the people that are not plugged into the system. Does that make sense? So here's a question I have for you. How many people in your team is on this call right now? And if you don't know that number, you better pay attention to that number. Why? Because tomorrow, we're going to be having yet another call with a diamond. And guess what? Mr. Bass Grant, you want to make sure that you get even more people plugged in on that call tomorrow, all right? Again, all of this is a part of the system of the company. So we got a lot of new people getting started with us right now, and we want to make sure that they are getting plugged in to the system the right way. And that is with our five steps and our 5 pillars to success. Okay, so let me share my screen. We're gonna dive into this right now, and I'm pretty sure you have your pen and your notepad. Put a 7-7 in the chat if you got a pen and notepad and you're ready to take some notes. How many of you are ready to take some notes? Because you're gonna be hearing from someone who has not just talked this talk, but has walked the walk in this industry. I've been in this industry. Let me introduce myself for those of you that don't know. I'm sure we have some new people on here, right? But I've been in the industry of network marketing for 13 years, okay? 13 years. And I can tell you I've learned a lot. And the reason why I can say that is because I've been blessed to be coached and directly mentored by the owner of this company, Dr. David Amunitia, who has, over 19 years of experience in this industry. And I'm talking about experience at a very high level of accomplishment and success. So now you combine my 13 years, his 19 years, I got a lot of experience. How many of you could agree with me on that? I got a lot of experience because it's not just my own experience I'm leveraging, but I'm leveraging the experience of my coach and my mentor, right? So that's why I can confidently say I have a tremendous amount of experience and I know what it takes to have success in a business like this by the grace of God, okay? So now, 13 years plus in this industry, and I remember being so excited to get on calls like this. I remember being so excited, so fired up, just to hear from a documented millionaire and them teach me the system of how they did what they did to get where they are today. That's why I'm so excited to be on a call with you guys. So if you're excited and you're expectant, you're going to get something fresh. You're going to get something new today that I do believe will add value to your business because of the experience that I'm going to share from, okay? So let's dive right in to what the system of this company is. Every company has a system, right? System stands for save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. If you become great at leveraging the system, and not just leveraging the system, but duplicating the system, you can build a massive business, okay? A massive business. So let's dive in for the very new person, right? You got to get started, and you got to get started knowing your reason why, right? I usually tell individuals, you want to submit, if you haven't done this before, I want you to do it even while we're on the call. I want you to write it down in your notebook, okay? I want you to write it down in your Envision Use diary, right? You should definitely have a diary for your business, okay? This is one of my many diaries that I have for my business. And in your diary, I want you to write down 5 reasons why you're doing the business. I want you to write down 5 reasons why you're doing the business. You want to write it not just on your phone. You don't just want to write it via text. You want to write it with your own handwriting. There's something powerful about your own handwriting. You see, your subconscious mind recognizes your personal handwriting more than any other text or font. It recognizes your font, your handwritten font. It recognizes that more than any other font. Does that make sense to you? Okay, so I want you to write it down. Think about it and write it down, because your why is going to be the ethos for you staying the course to become a success in this industry. Okay, can I be brutally honest with you? right? You really got to decide to become a student in this industry to become successful, right? You gotta make a decision to be a student. So write down those 5 reasons why, and those reasons have to be crystal clear, right? Please don't just write down, I want to be free. What is your definition of free? Some people say, I want to be financially independent. Okay, what is your definition of financial independence? Right? A vision is not a vision until it's crystal clear. Right? Another thing to pay attention to when you're writing down your 5 reasons why is what motivates you right now? What do you truly want to accomplish right now? Like it's a burning desire. Let me give you some examples. Maybe you are sick and tired of being in debt. Maybe you're sick and tired of being in debt. Do you know one of my 5 reasons why in my last company? One of my 5 reasons why was to get out of debt. Now, I know that might sound kind of strange to a lot of people, but let me tell you this. That's actually a great goal to accomplish, right? Getting out of bad debt. Now, you know there's bad debt, good debt, but hey, get out of debt, right? Get out of debt. I wanted to get out of debt. Like, look, I'm from the Caribbean, right? I live in Trinidad and Tobago. My mom, my dad did a really good job raising me, and they were able to accomplish, 2 of the biggest purchases in their life without having to take loans, right? Without having to take a loan, not even one loan, right? My dad is a building contractor. My mom runs a daycare, and I mean they were able to acquire their home without having to take a loan, right? So guess what happened? The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, right? So guess what? I was able to do the exact same thing by the grace of God, right? So look, maybe you want to be able to buy a home. Maybe you want to be able to buy your dream car without having to put yourself in debt, right? And even if you decide to leverage the bank's money, which most of those banks are not trying to do that right now because of the economic situation, at least you have the money to pay for it. Does that make sense? Right? So I'm just kind of giving you some ideas. Maybe you want to retire your mother or your dad. Maybe you want to send your kids to private school, a particular private school, right? Maybe you want to pay for their college up front, right? You want to pay for their tuition up front. You want to have all the money for that, right? Maybe you want to start a charity. I don't know what it is. I'm just giving you different ideas. But your mind needs an exact address. The mind needs an exact address for it to take you to that destination. The mind does not work on general directions. The mind needs specific directions. One of my mentors, Bishop Ivy Hillard, he said this, and he said it so perfectly. He said that when there is clarity of vision, there is acceleration towards the goal. When you have clarity of vision, how clear are you? When you have clarity of vision, you're able to accelerate towards the goal. So if you're brand new, what most brand new people do, when you ask them, what do you want to accomplish? They give you general answers like, okay, I want to be free. I want to be financially independent. Well, the reason why you have not gotten to your destination is because your mind has been so confused because you've just been giving it general directions and not specific directions. You might think that this is so basic. Well, let me tell you this. You might be so shocked. But I've been doing this for 13 years, and you'll be amazed to the answers that people give you. And you can really see why people don't win. Does that make sense? Maybe you want to become a big success story in this industry of direct sales and network marketing. Okay? Maybe you want to become a multi-millionaire in the next 3 to 5 years. You want to earn between $4 and $5 million in commissions. I don't know if I'm talking to the right people here. You better write it down. You better write it down. And watch this. Let me show you something here. Right? Let me show you something. Y'all think this is a joke, right? No, it's not a joke. This is not a joke. Watch this. Don't worry. I don't have to worry about anybody taking a snapshot of this. It was one of my old accounts, right? So don't worry. Look, y'all think it's a joke? It's not a joke. Look. What do you see right there? Oops. There you go. I hope you guys can see it, right? I wrote myself a check. There you go. You guys have seen it. 10 million. What's your goal? You see, watch this. Believing costs you nothing. Believing costs you nothing. But doubting costs you everything. Believing, it costs you nothing to dream. It costs you nothing to dream. So that's why I'm taking my time, so you understand the importance. A lot of people say, just write 5 reasons down, submit it to your upline. No, I'm taking the time and I'm teaching you the science behind writing your goals down, your reasons why, right? It must be specific. You want to have a picture of it. You want to have an instruction of it, a picture of it. You want to create an environment with your whys, right? So you want to make sure that everywhere you turn, you are able to see your reasons why. Create an environment with your why. Does that make sense? Create an environment with your why. Now, by the way, I had, before I wrote the $10 million check, guess which one I had first? I had the $1 million check first. So I said, okay, now watch how powerful this is. I remember writing down a goal to make $10,000 US. Don't go from zero and you see me write a check for 10 million and you went for 10 million. No, do it in stages, because in order for you to attain a goal, you must develop sufficient self-confidence to accomplish the goal. You got to develop sufficient self-confidence. So you can develop your self-confidence in stages. Does that make sense? So I wrote down a goal for $10,000 US first. When I accomplished 10,000, I changed the goal from 10,000. I said, okay, if it could work for 10,000, let me put it for 100,000. And I did that. I remember writing down a goal to save 100,000 US dollars. Save, like put away, tucked away. How many of you would like to save 6 figures? How many of you would love to save 6 figures US dollars? Like you want to put that away in the bank account, tucked away, right? So I'm giving you the details, right? The blessing blessing is in the details. So I'm just giving it to you, right? Does that make sense? So I'm not just telling you to do something that I am not doing. Okay? I'm very congruent with my words. I'm not going to tell you to do something that I am not willing to do. Does that make sense? All right? Oh, good. So let's go back now to our get started training. Okay? Now, so number one, you want to submit 5 reasons why you're doing the business, and you want to submit it to your upline. The reason why you want to share with your upline is because you want someone who has already accomplished what you are trying to accomplish to be in agreement with you. Where 2 or 3 touch and agree on anything, it is established. Does that make sense? So submit those 5 reasons to the person that you call your coach and that you call your mentor. Submit those 5 reasons to that individual. Okay? So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is becoming a product of the product. You got to become a product of the product. Right? Let me know in the chat, what is your favorite product in Envision You? What's your favorite product in Envision You? Calm, powered, alive, crave, dreaming, be fit, alive, dreaming, dreaming and alive, dreaming, empowered, FL2, nice, FL2, alive, forever young, in order, Natasha, alive, empowered and forever young, the courses, and alive, all 7 plus alive. Laura said she loves every health product. Honestly, all of them. Dreaming. All right, alive. Okay, good. FL2. Okay, good. So whatever product is your product, you gotta use your product, right? You gotta use it, because in you using it, it's going to build your belief about the product and the service that the company has. When you can convince you can convince anybody else. The hardest person to convince is you, right? I am a product of the product. I already drank my Alive this morning, so I'm just doing a little demonstration to y'all. Can't waste it. Right? Can't wait. You can't waste the liquid gold. You know what I mean? You can't waste it. You gotta make sure you get every swing up. You know what I mean? Can't waste it. It's too precious. Right? So becoming a product of product is so important for your belief. Remember, in our business, it's 90 to 99% spiritual, right? And it is 1 to 10% physical. So in order for you to really work the business or decide to share it to people, you got to use it, right? If it's the courses, you got to be using it. And guys, from the time you start learning, you will be getting value. You don't have to make money to get value. Value comes first, money comes second. Does that make sense? It's kind of like saying, well, I am 100% free from my sickness, but you don't want to try the product. You got to use the product first, let it get into your body, do the work, and then you get the result. Does that make sense? Right? So you got to make sure and be a product of the product, guys. I can't stress that enough. someone was asking me, Gary, how do I sell these products? They have sprays at home. Someone walked up to me after a meeting and said, how do you sell the product? Right? She said, I have all the sprays at home. I'm like, I was a little bit confused a little bit in the beginning. I'm like, well, are you using it? Number one, you got to use it. When you use it, your mouth is going to naturally open. Everybody you talk to, you're going to share it with them. It's simple, right? When you have a testimony, you share your testimony with people. Now, by the way, we don't make any health claims, okay? We don't make any health claims with the products. We're not doing that. All we're doing is sharing our experience with people. Put a yes in the chat if you understand that. Put a yes in the chat if you understand that we're not making any health claims. We're sharing our experience with people with the products. Okay? You're gonna put yourself down a rabbit hole. You're gonna put yourself down a rabbit hole if you start making claims on the product. That's not the business that we're in, right? But you gotta use the product and be a product of the product. Now let me ask you this. Are you a product of the product if you used to consume the product 2 months ago? 3 weeks ago? Are you a product of the product if you used to experience it? You're not a product of the product if you used to. No. A product of the product means it's a part of your daily life. Is that making sense? So every day, it's a part of your regimen. You got to use it every day. And the more you use it, the more it builds your belief. The more you get excited. The more you want to share with people. The more you get on the courses. The more you get on the FL2 live classes. You got to be plugged in, right? You got to be using the software. You got to be using the app, right? Becoming a product of the product means that you're attending all the leadership growth events that the company has, like this one. You're not a product of our leadership system if you're missing the mastery call every Sunday, right? So we got the sprays, we got the Align, we got all of our DLP courses, we got all of our trading courses as well. Okay, you become a product of the product. Okay, now by the way, I would love for you, don't have a testimony and don't share it. You got to share it with your upline. That's another thing that you want to do. Share your testimonial with your plugged in upline. Does that make sense? What is your personal testimony with the product? Share it with your upline, right? If you share it, you never know. Your testimonial might be one of those testimonials that we highlight on the Envision Use Instagram page and our Facebook page, okay? Number 3. So the first two is vitally important for the very new individuals. Step number 3 is also extremely important, but at this junction, you got to find out from the individual if they have a desire to build or to grow the business of Envision You. Do they want to truly be a visionary business builder? Because everyone that joins your business does not necessarily want to be a visionary business builder. Does that make sense? Right? So you got to have an interview session with them. Okay? You got to have an interview session with them. Find out what do they want. When they submit those 5 reasons to you, and you ask them, hey, are you open to creating passive and residual income? And they say yes, okay, boom. You want to make sure now that they build a list of names and contacts that they would now expose to their envisioning products and services. I usually tell people, once I find out that they really want to build, within 24 to 48 hours, I'm asking them to build a list of 100, minimum 100 callable names. Right? Are you guys with me? You are in 24 to 48 hours, I'm asking them to build a list of 100 callable names, minimum 100 callable names. I'm really asking them to, gonna ask them to go to 200 or more, but minimum 100 within their first 24 to 48 hours, especially if they told me that they want to build a big business. Now, if I ask them to build a list in 24 to 48 hours and they don't do it, what does that tell me? What does that tell me if they don't build a list in 24 to 48 hours? They're not ready. They're not serious. They're not coachable. There you go, Andre. They're not coachable, right? Why? Because in a business like this, you're looking for people that are teachable and coachable. The more teachable and coachable they are, the easier it is to work with that individual. We are not in the business of getting people to work. No. What we're going to do, we're going to create an environment of growth and belief and leadership, right? We're going to create an environment of growth, belief, and leadership. And all of that in between, they're going to be inspired, they're going to be motivated. But to be honest with you, I'm not in the business of getting people to do the work. No, you gotta show me that you're ready. All right? Now watch this. Some people don't even know how to build a list. People ask me before, Gary, how do I start the business? How do I know who to talk to? You start with a list. How many names and phone numbers do you have on your cell phone? Has anyone ever looked at how many contacts they have on their cell phone? Has anybody ever looked at it? How many, can anybody just put out the number? Do you know the number? How many names and contacts do you have on your cell phone? Jamie has 2,300. 4,000. 800. 500. 1,000. Katrina said 6,000. That sounds more like me. Katrina got 6,000. Good Lord. 100, 250, 1,700. Boomski said, I have 13 contacts. Boomski, you got to go into the business of making new friends. Aiming for 1,000 by December. Now just tell me how much you have right now. Train to be free said she got 4,300. That's amazing. Galaxy J2 said you got 47 contacts. All right, so Galaxy, all right, okay, I'm gonna make a general statement. Khadijah said I got 12 contacts. Jiffy said I got 59. John said I got 4,400. There you go. Okay, watch this. Nicholas said I got 6,757. Sheesh. All right, so watch this. So if you're brand new, I'm looking to see if you can build a list of 100 names. Minimum. If you're brand new. If you can't build a list of 100 names, it lets me know that you have not built up enough relationships to build a business. Because whether it be Envision You, or even if it was a traditional business, even if you started a traditional business, you're not in position to score. You're not in position to launch because you don't have enough people to invite. So someone like that, I would teach them how to grow and build a list of contacts. For individuals, let me just say something here real quick. For individuals that don't have a large list, you got to go into a mode of making friends. I call it building up your friendship bank, right? They're in the NFL, right? No, if they got 50 contacts, they just got 50 contacts. They're not in the NFL, right? But anytime you have less than 100, you got to go into a mode of making new friends. So you know what I decided to do? I remember when my Facebook account literally had 500 names. Watch this. I remember when my Gary Mcsween, my Facebook account had 500 names. Do you know what I did? And I did it manually. Every day, I followed 5 to 10 new people that look sharp. Every day, I followed 5 to 10 new people that look sharp, and I just started making new friends. You do 5 a day, 5 days a week, 5 fives up, 25. You do, and let's just say you take weekends off, which you shouldn't, right? But let's just say on weekends, you don't do anything. Do you know in 1 month, you're going to get 100 new contacts, new friends? You do that consistently for 1 year, that's a new, fresh 1,200 contacts. And I've been in this profession for 13 years. So you do the math. I could never at any time feel like I could run out of people to talk to. Never. Never. And if you're on this call, you should never feel like that either. Because if your current by the way, the current results in your life, let me just tell you the truth. The current results in your life is as a result of your current network. So if you want to change it, you definitely need a whole new group of friends. Hello, somebody. Hello, somebody. You need some new friends. Clearly, somebody wasn't telling you the truth before, but my friends, you need some new friends, right? You need some new friends. You got 50 names on your phone and you want to be successful in business, you need some new friends. And is there anything wrong with that? No, it's not. You're in the business called network marketing. You got to network with people. This is so easy. But you got to make up your mind. Just get on the mode of making friends. My son, he's 5 years old, and he is incredible at making friends. Incredible. It doesn't matter where we go, people gravitate towards him. Why? He is sociable. Look, we went to and this was like a couple months ago. We went to a hotel, and everyone in the hotel knew my son. Why? Because he walks as soon as, look, you pass him, good morning, good morning, hi, how are you? And he's putting out his hands, and he's shaking everybody's hands. Good morning, hi, good morning, bye-bye. And his energy, right, is attracting people to him. Some of you got to remember how to do something as simple as that. everywhere you go, can you just light up someone's day? Can you smile? Can you compliment people? Right? Just fall in love with making new friends. I'm telling you, you will be blown away. Someone could be down and out, and you can say a great good morning with energy, with the impression of increase, and you could impact their day. Right? If you're in this business, you got to be smiling. You got to show them your 22s, your 20s. You got to show them your 21s, right? You better be smiling. In this business, you better be smiling, right? Nobody's going to join anybody if your energy is low, right? You walking with your head down. No, you got to, walk upright. And everywhere you go, you have the impression of increase. Are you guys with me? Right? So for those new people, if you're in that situation, I just gave you the formula. Make a decision to be consistent with making 5 new friends every single day. Is that fair enough? I'm not asking you to change your life. You can do that with a job. Make 5 new friends every single day. It is not hard to do. Don't come back home until you have 5 new phone numbers. And with social media, it's so easy. Imagine, I remember when I came into the industry, right? There were leaders, they would not come back home until they got 5 new names and phone numbers. They're not coming back home. They're not. We got social media today. You can get 5 new phone numbers every day from your smartphone. On social media, you can. If you want to, you can. I promise you, you can. Right? And watch this. Could I say something to you guys from experience? Y'all ready for this? How many of you are ready for this secret sauce right here? I'm gonna give you a good secret sauce. You gotta learn, and you gotta develop the skill of who to look for. You got to develop the skill of who to look for. Number one, you got to design who you're looking for. And when you design who you're looking for, then you have to develop the skill of who you're looking for. So no matter what system you put in place, if you want to develop people, you got to learn and develop the skill of identifying people. So let's just say you use TikTok or Reels or whatever, right? And people just respond to it. You're missing out a very key component of becoming a great leader in this industry. And that key skill is identifying leaders. And I think if you add that manual part of searching and looking, it will add to your skill of developing the eye of who to look for. Does that make sense? All right? Now, all of you who have 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 names, let me ask you this question for the leaders that are on this call. If you're a sapphire and above, right? And sometimes people feel like, man, who else do I talk to? If you really be honest with yourself, you have not picked up the phone. You have not picked up this 100-pound gorilla, and you have not actually called every single number on your phone. Who's gonna tell the truth today? You have not picked up the phone and called everyone. Do you know what you want? You just want it to be easy. You just want people to contact you. You just want to make a post on social media and you find your next diamond. That's what you want. You don't want to do the work. I haven't talked to them in a long time. Who cares? To be like, oh, well, they're on my phone. I ain't really talked to them in a long time. My friend, who cares? Do you really think I care that I didn't talk to them in a long time? Hey, how are you? It's been a long time. Listen, I got something incredible I want to share with you. But no, you want it easy. You just want it easy, yeah? You got 3,000 contacts in your phone, but you don't know who to talk to. My friend, pick up the phone and call everybody on your phone. This is, don't make it so difficult. Oh, well, I just want to make a little post. I don't want to harass anybody. I just want to attract people who are attracted to me and what I'm doing. And You better stop that nonsense. If you want to get to the top, you better pick up this phone and call everybody on your phone. Because you know what? Here's the truth. You don't know who's ready. You don't know who's praying in their closet and praying for an opportunity. But they're in your phone. You gotta go through the dirt. You gotta dig deep in your contacts. There are diamonds in your phone right now. I'm not talking the truth. You got diamonds. You just got a lot of contacts all over on top of them. You have not picked up your phone and called them yet. And you better call them before somebody else does. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You see that butt? You better light the fire underneath your own butt right now. And you better start calling. Because next thing, you see a welcome flyer, and the person you did not call, somebody else called them. And you saw the welcome flyer, and you get that gut punch. Oh, shucks. Oh, shucks. Oh, shucks. Oh, God, I should have called them. I should have called them earlier. Somebody told me the truth and shame the devil. Somebody, you better pick up the phone and call them today. Oh, well, I'll call them tomorrow. Okay, you go ahead. You wait until tomorrow. So the truth is, I'm realizing it too. I'm like, you know what? People really like this thing. Guys, you got to work. Like you got to go dig. You got to go dig to find your diamonds. It's not going to just pop to the top for you. No, you got to go through. You got to go through all the contacts. You got to go through your deck of cards to find your 4 aces. And you got to do it over and over and over again until you get to your destination. Right? Does that make sense? Right? So we're talking about building a list. You guys, watch this. For those of you, this is a little bit high level talk here. But you all know the 2020 plan? Right? You all know the 20. Put a yes in the chat if you know the 2020 plan. Put a yes in the chat if you know the 2020 plan. Right? If you don't know, okay. Right. For those of you that know what the 2020 plan is, you're going to have to do the 2020 plan 4 times, 3 to 4 times to get to the top. Hello. You're going to have to do the 2020 plan 3 to 4 times to get to the top. If you're really good, it might be less. If you don't know what the 2020 plan is, don't worry. We're going to have a training for that. But if you do know, for those of you that do know, you got to do it 3 to 4 times to get to the top. You got to make a decision to do that. What is it? The 2020. This is not the training for the 2020 plan. That's a whole separate training. This is the 5 steps to success. I know I kind of diverted a little bit, right? But if you don't know what the 2020 plan is, don't worry. It's going to be taught to you. We need that training. I did that training already. I think I have it somewhere recorded. I'll definitely try to get it posted for you guys, okay? So I diverted a little bit. But for those of you that are in the business, you know what I'm talking about, right? For those of you that are in the business, somebody just posted it there. There you go. There's Elise. Elisa is always ready. She just literally like typed out what the 2020 plan is right there, right? Just copy it from her, right? Or Nigel did that. It's Nigel. There you go, right? So for those of you that are in the game, just pay attention to what I just told you there. Don't bob and weave. Don't dance around on doing the 2020 plan. Huh? There's some people right now they're doing curtsy with the 2020 plan. They're watching it and be like, yeah, I hear you, Gary. I hear you, David. I hear you, Ivan. That 2020 plan is plenty work, boy. Duh. Duh. What do you think? You think you're gonna get to 6 figures a year, 6 figures a month without? Look, I was talking to David yesterday, and you all know that Dr. David Amunite, he is in Paris right now. He's the owner of the company, and he's in Paris. This dude, I've never seen anybody who can work like David still to this day. David Amunite work ethic is out of this world. Out of this world. Y'all understand that? Out of this world. And he said, Gary, I was talking to him about a leader, right? I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna call on names. I'm like, yo, 90 days in, I ain't seen no results. They ain't saying nothing yet. He's like, Doc, what we do is not easy. I'm like, you know what? You're right. It's not. If it was easy, everybody would do it. But when you do it, that's what makes you special. Like becoming successful, it's not easy. I know we might make it look easy. This is one of the hardest things you're going to ever have to do. Ever. But it's worth it. And it is very simple. It's very, very simple. It's just repetition. 3 to 5 years with your head down. You put your head down for 3 to 5 years. You do that 2020 plan 3 to 4 times, and you really plug your group into this leadership culture with our great products and services with this comp plan, you are going to make so much money. It's not even funny. But it's not easy. It's not easy. Being consistent is a thing of the past. Like you consistent today, it's almost like you have superpowers. Oh my goodness. You are consistent? Wow. Oh my God, you are consistent? Wow. It's almost like you have superpowers and you're consistent today. Oh my goodness, you're consistent sharing the plan 4 times a week? Oh my goodness, you got superpowers. Right? I love people who are consistent. All right, y'all know I'm good enough on that. Let me get back on it here. So that's number 3, build your list. You're going to have to build your list, right? Launch your business, and we're going to talk more about that now because number 4 is you want to book 4 vision parties. You got to book 4 vision parties. Ladies and gentlemen, even with a job, with a family, with kids, with responsibilities, you can at least do 4 vision parties a week. If you want to build a business, at least 4 vision parties a week. According to Dexter Yeager, you really want to be doing it 5 and 6 nights a week. 5 and 6 nights a week. What is that, Gary? I'm opening my door for business. 5 and 6 nights a week. 5 and 6 nights a week. You want to do it 5 and 6 nights a week. So today, before today is over, the coming week, I want you to book 4 vision parties. 4 vision parties with 5 or more qualified prospects. Yeah, number 4. You want to do number 4? I told you can. Number 4, like 4 is the minimum. But if you really want to be cooking with gas, 5 or 6 nights a week. Right? So before today is over, for the week ahead coming, book your 4 meetings and make sure and let your upline know about these 4 meetings. You're doing it in conjunction with your plugged-in upline. One-on-ones, 3-week calls, group events, online webinars. For today, right? You all see the time already, right? It's only 5 minutes to 1 Eastern Standard Time. I already did a 3-way phone call, and a gentleman in Dubai that was in my team before, I did a call with him. Then it ended up into a 2-on-1 for the morning already, and I'm doing a training, and I have 2 meetings already booked for this afternoon. So for my Envision You business, I would do today 5 to 6 meetings. Are you all understand what I'm telling you? You got to work your business. If your doors are closed, how many sales are you going to have? I know you're running an online business, but if your doors are closed, how much business are you going to generate? How much sales are you going to generate? Right? Zero, zilch, nada. If you join Envision You, but you are in the witness protection program and nobody knows what you're doing, how are you going to generate sales? Right? You got to pick up the phone and call them. You got to invite them to a meeting, introduce them to the products, pique their interest. How many of you are enjoying this training so far? How many of you are enjoying getting some value this training today? How many of you getting some value? Right? Watch this. Over the next 2 weeks, let me inject some belief in you. Over the next 2 weeks. You guys ready for this? Over the next 2 weeks, you can be a brand new champion consultant in Envision You. So you got this week coming, and then the last week of the month. If you book 8 to 12 meetings and you do them with 5 or more qualified prospects, you can be a brand new champion consultant in Envision You. But you got to make the commitment, and you got to plan it with your upline and get to work. Okay? That's a whole separate training right there. Boom. Next, number 5, goals plus commitment equals results. You got to give yourself time to succeed. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to create a timeline for my 13 years in the industry. I want to create a timeline. I was thinking about it today and show the timeline up until where I am now. And then, of course, give the goal and my vision. But do you know my first 12 months, I was really just learning the skills. Do you know my first 12 months, I was really just learning the skills? By the end of my first year, I was a sapphire in network marketing. I think if you come in with the mindset to learn and develop the skills in your first 12 to 18 months, you truly are going to give yourself a shot to become a big success in this industry. Now, it doesn't mean that you're not going to make money in the first 12 to 18 months. I never said that. But if you come in with the mindset to learn your first 12 to 18 months, you're going to give yourself a better chance to get to the top. You got to make a commitment your first 12 to 18 months to learn and master the skills. My first 12 months, I was learning. I didn't make much money. My first 12 months, I put out more money than I got back in. Gary, what are you saying? Yeah, telling you the truth. I'm telling you the gospel truth. I was buying product. Some people like, well, I bought product last month. You want me to buy more product again? Yeah, you buy product because you got to use it. You got to have enough to sample, and you have to have enough to sell. If you're actually doing it, you need the product. Oh, well, I paid to go to the last event. You want me to pay to go to our next event? Yeah. All right. Do you think you can make a withdrawal from your ATM without making a deposit? Some people want withdrawals without deposits. How are you gonna be able to withdraw from yourself if you didn't invest anything in yourself? My first year, I'm telling you, I was on every call, every training. I'm there. I'm paying for flights. I'm paying for hotel. I'm paying for event tickets. Because I understood I had to learn the skill. I had to develop the skill. Like our Vision Day event coming up. If you don't have your Vision Day ticket, could I be honest with you? Whether it be the physical event or the live stream, my friends, if you don't buy that ticket, you're going to be gone in 6 months or less. You will be gone in 6 months or less. You'll be out the company, no belief, out. You're going to be used to be a part of Envision You. I'm telling you, look, I know the game. If you miss out a major event, you're putting your business back 6 months, and you're going to have to start the whole thing all over again. So he said, oh my God, the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth. I'm just telling you the gospel truth. So you better, if you don't have your Vision Day ticket, go right now to the website. Go right now to the website and grab your ticket, virtual or physical ticket. Go grab your ticket right now. I'm putting it up right here on the screen. Grab your ticket right now. Grab your ticket right. Stop playing around and make the investment into yourself. Gary, you don't know what? Look, the virtual ticket is $97. If you don't have $97, you better go start make some money. You better go make some money. You better go make some money. I'm telling you, there's so much money to be made. If you breathe, you make money in this company. Go and invest in yourself. I'm telling you. Look, I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. My first event in network marketing. Let me see if I can find some evidence for you. My first event in network marketing. My first event. Right? Some of y'all would have seen this picture. Look, I'm telling you. No, everything is in US dollars, my friend. Right? Don't worry. I'll put it back up for you. You're going to go straight to the website. You're going to see the price of the ticket. This was my first event. Everyone needs an event to happen in their life to make a life decision. If you don't have a job, that's no excuse. You better start speaking your goals a little bit more, Nikita. Okay? Look at this. Look at this right here. Do you see this picture right here? This was the first major event I ever attended in network marketing. My first event. Do you know at this event, I was not even a sapphire. I think I was like a champion level. And I went to an event. My plane ticket cost me more money than the money I made in the business. Yeah, I'm telling you. But guess what? If I didn't attend this event, could I be honest with you? I wouldn't be in network marketing today. If I did not attend this event, I would not be in network marketing today. That's the honest truth. I would have quit. Do you know why? Because David gave me an audio called Conceive, Believe, and Achieve Your Way to the Next Level. That audio kept me in the game. That audio helped me deal with all the mental enemies that come with the business. If I didn't have that audio, oh my goodness, I would have quit. I would have been out. What's the audio? Conceive, believe, and achieve your way to the next level. That's Dr. David Amuniti's audio. You can get the book, you can get the audio, go check it out online. I would have been out. Ask yourself this, leaders. Let me ask you this question, leaders. Is your group on personal development? Because if they're not on personal development, you don't know how long they're going to last. They're not going to last long. Because in 12 to 18 months, you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested for authenticity. Do you truly want what you say that you want? Are you with me? So you got to make a commitment for 12 to 18 months to be the best student and to be the best student that applies what they are learning. Right? My audio is also available, 7K to 7 figures. Great audio as well. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I broke down to you today the system for building your business. When new people come on board in your business, every meeting you do, go through the 5 pillars of success with them. Make sure you take the time to get them started the right way. Every franchise has a system. When you leverage that system, you're able to build a successful business. The system is the glue. The system is the secret sauce to building that idea you have in your mind of that business that you want. You got to leverage the system. Right? So number 1, someone says recap. Let me recap real quick and we're out. Let's recap real quick and then I'm out. Right? So number 1, let me just get it up here for you real quick. Number 1, you want to submit 5 reasons why you're doing the business. Number 2, you want to be a product of the product. Number 3, you want to build your list of a minimum of 100 callable names in 24 to 48 hours. Number 4, you want to book 4 vision parties. Do it today and submit it to your upline. Get them on your calendar. Minimum 4. If I were you, I'd do 5 to 6 this week, 5 to 6 next week, so I can hit qualified champion before the month is over. Number 5, you want to be committed for 12 to 18 months. Make the commitment of being on personal development. Make the commitment of attending every mentorship call. We have one tomorrow. Make sure you register for every major event. Go get your tickets for Vision Day right now. And I look forward to seeing you at the very top. I appreciate you guys. Love, vision, victory. Let's rock and roll. Get your tickets today. Get your vision.
Can almost see the place, holding on with a heart that's frozen in the dark, but I am not afraid. No, I am not afraid. We'll be free, but I don't know where we're going. You and me, this is our life and we own it, like lions in the wild. Like lions in the wild. Like lions.